Morning everybody, how are you? What a fantastic day, eh? I'm going to let you see this from a different angle for a change. There you go. It's beautiful, eh? Nice and peaceful and all the sounds. What a fantastic location. Most of you'll know this is Silverburn Park. All the squirrels and that are running for the hills just now. They'll come back. So, final episode in a series of powerful ways for overcoming fear right now. We've just realised that getting through fear is a skill that really anyone can learn. The problem is that most people cling to their fears. Morning Lana, morning Sarah. The problem is that most people cling to their actual fears because they believe it's part of who they are. And if you aren't ready to face your fears, then it probably won't go beyond them and it'll probably hold you back. But remember, there's nothing wrong with that. Everything will happen at its own time, and we'll discuss the point of readiness. Morning Andrea, morning Louise. And if you keep making small steps every single day towards your goal, you're guaranteed it's going to happen at some point. So yesterday we spoke about help, meaning modelling, prayer, and what's the worst thing that could happen? WTWTCH. So let's have a look at some more ways to deal with fear. Yoga. Everybody goes on about this and it's been around for years, but it's a tried and tested system. Energy can get trapped into your body. When you do yoga and breathe, the energy can be released. Sometimes you release parts of your fears, or you might even find that you've dropped a few fears without even noticing a few months after yoga. It's a great way to relax. Funny thing come back to me when I was thinking about that. I remember being told that with my daughter Tony, let's see if she's watching. She even fell asleep one when we were at yoga sessions with my wife Elaine. And no one woke her up right throughout the session until the very end. Morning Linda. Sorry Tony, I had to say that, I had to mention that one. Ask. Your feelings are there to tell you something. Ask what the purpose of them is. I mean, this is actually delving deep into what we've spoken about before. It's really about asking why you're feeling how you're feeling. Ask your heart, God, the universe, or whatever you may feel comfortable with, what are your fears trying to tell you? What is the message it's trying to convey? If you don't feel like doing anything, ask. If you're trying to avoid something, and actually listen to the response that you give yourself. And this is where it comes back to understanding. Understanding failure. When you realise that failure is not the end of the world, you become free. Failure is just a stepping stone to success. Most of our fears are a fear of failure, shame, or somehow not living up to the standards society has put on us. The only person you really need approval from is you. So explore your roots. What is the root of the actual fear? This may require some meditation. Look inside and ask yourself when your fear started. If you're afraid of public failure, for example, when did it first appear? Were you shamed in public when you were younger? What actually happened to cause that fear to manifest itself later on in life? This is deep, and it might really take some time, but over the long term, it will be highly beneficial to look into that. I mean, I constantly look back. I mean, the past is in the past, and there's no future in it. You need to remember that. But looking back to what happened before, it can either be a lesson or a blessing for the future beyond. So learn from it. And breathe. Now I've been going through this one all the time. Good morning, Francis. Your breath can set you free, or your breath can set you free. I don't know. Depends if you brush your teeth or not. Breathing can set you free. It can anchor you in the now and help you vanquish and overcome your most pervasive fears. And I really saved that for the last, because it's one of the simplest and most powerful ways of overcoming fear. I've been doing it throughout this whole series. So take a deep breath. And breathe and relax and let that energy and that stress flow right from your body, from your toes and out through your fingertips. And that's how to overcome fear. And please remember, whatever fears you're facing, remember that the only thing that matters is that you listen to yourself and your actual inner voice. That wee thing in the back of your head that tells you if you're great or not. If it's not telling you you're great, tell it to shut up. Finally, while I think overcoming fear is really a learned skill, I also believe that it actually takes time and it's a journey. Remember, it's a journey, it's not a destination. It's a constant process and a constant moving forward in small baby steps towards that end goal. Make sure you've got another goal though after that. If you find yourself rushing, then take it easy, relax, step back. It isn't necessarily about getting rid of your fears, because resisting or ignoring your fears is only making it bigger. You move on from your fear when the time is actually right. By coming along every day to these vlogs, you've probably already taken your first step and you've put the wheels in motion. The next step is to take action, and using one of the 33 tips I gave you in these 7 episodes will help immensely over a long period of time. Remember to trust your heart and always do what resonates with you and what aligns with your core values and beliefs. Remember, that's the most important thing. I'll read this again. It's your core values and beliefs you have to align with. If you're out of kilter with your core values and beliefs, you will fight against yourself for the rest of your life and you'll be in turmoil. So you need to align with your core values and your beliefs. So remember to trust your heart and always do what resonates and aligns with your core values and beliefs. And I'll see you tomorrow at 7:30 for the next exciting series.